Hey folks, welcome to Larry Delson Spreading the Baseball News with me, Larry Delson. We're going to talk a little bit about the great things about baseball, the great things about Taiwan, and the great things about Taiwanese baseball. I've been a baseball fan my entire life. I grew up and still am a Yankee fan. I grew up rooting for and watching Mickey Mantle, Mel Stottlemyre, Elston Howard, Whitey Ford, known as the chairman of the board. Bit of a hiatus there, or some lean times, and then rooting for Reggie Jackson, Willie Randolph, Thurman Munson, Catfish Hunter, Oscar Gamble, the Big O. Bit of a hiatus, and then we have the Yankees of Derek Jeter, Mariano Rivera, Paul O'Neill, Bernie Williams, some great players of all time. Baseball is actually one part and a key part of American culture, and like many parts of American culture, Hollywood, rock and roll is a fantastic export of America. Think of it, baseball is played in all of North America, Canada, the United States, Mexico. Been some fantastic players, not only from the States obviously, but from Canada, Larry Walker being one of them, Fergie Jenkins another, Fernando Valenzuela from Mexico, and fantastic baseball players from Central America and the Caribbean. And again, I'm not going to give you a whole list. Some great players from baseball being played in Asia, some great players from Japan, some very good players from Korea and Taiwan. And in particular, I'll talk about one in another blog, Wang Jinming, probably the greatest Taiwanese player so far to make it to the show. So baseball is a fabulous, fabulous sport. Taiwan is also a great place from my perspective. And I say from my perspective, having lived in Taiwan, having traveled to Taiwan, many times, probably 40, 50 times. Taiwan is a great place that really offers the best of Asian culture and the best of American culture. Some of the things that are great about Taiwan, and I'm sure my Taiwanese friends are well aware of this, is the food in Taiwan is fantastic. As example, your chow mi fen, the fruit in Taiwan is fantastic. Mangoes, papayas, mango, mugua, to name but a few. The Taiwanese beer, Taiwan Pijiu, Hao He, is excellent. You make some good scotch, Cavalier scotch. Although I must confess, the one thing I'm not fond of is cho tofu, for my American friends, stinky or fermented bean curd. Taiwan baseball really merges the best of what I said culture, merging American culture, Western culture, and East Asian culture. And Taiwanese baseball, if you watch a game, and again in these day of no major professional sports being played, the one sport that is being played right now is Taiwanese baseball. The game is very similar, almost identical to the game that we play in North America. You try and you hit the ball, catch the ball, throw the ball. The game, as I said, the strategy is the same. The quality of the players, I would say, for those of you who watch American baseball closely, I'm not going to say the level of baseball is exactly the same as the majors, but I would say it's probably the equivalent to double A or triple A baseball. The fans, of course, right now there are no fans in the stadium. The fans, it's a family event. One of the differences, of course, between American baseball or North American baseball and baseball in Asia and Taiwan in particular is the cheerleading. We don't have cheerleaders in the States, but that just adds some color and Taiwanese flavor to baseball. Right now, the league consists of 4 teams. And again, as I said, the quality of baseball is darn good. The Chinese Professional Baseball League, or Zhonghua Zhibang, consists of 4 teams. The China Trust Brothers, the Fubon Guardians, the Rakuten Monkeys, and Unilions. In 2021, there will be a 5th team added to the league. When you go into the stadiums are both similar and dissimilar to stadiums in the United States. In fact, one time I remember when I went to a game in Tianmu, going into after we went through the gate, instead of getting a souvenir, which one often gets at giveaways in the stadium in the States for a hat, if it's hat giveaway or a calendar, we got a bowl of tangmian, or soup noodles, which is, as an American, kind of hard to eat in the heat of Taiwan in the summertime. So a little bit different. One other difference is that, unlike in North America, cheerleaders are prevalent, and each team has its own cheerleaders, which try and during half innings, during breaking the game, try and get the fans really even more involved in the game. And as we'll talk about the players, the quality of play is quite good. We'll talk about some players in the 2020 season that I'm particularly fond of. I believe there's one player, first baseman, outfielder, Chu Yu-Hsien. He would have a great swing, I believe, for Yankees Stadium. So we'll look more about the players and some of the differences and some of the similarities between North American and Taiwanese baseball. So in the future blogs, we'll talk a little bit more about baseball. I'll try and highlight some of the players. In particular, I want to talk about Ming, Wan Zhenming, and some of the other rising stars that hopefully we will see in the show, in the majors, in the not too distant future. And hopefully all of you will get a taste for what Taiwan has done very successfully, which is to merge baseball with Taiwanese culture. So until next week, cheers, 干杯，谢谢收看，下个星期见，再会。